What up, y'all? Today is April 1st, and we have the new moon in Aries. This is the first new moon of the astrological year, and it's all about, taking off from that start line and starting out towards your goals. Taking the initiative and making sure, you're in the race. For whatever you're doing, you need to make sure that you're in the race. It's nothing wrong with sharing with other people and, starting new projects with other people. But any project that you're involved in that's meaningful to you, you need to make sure that you're taking the lead. Now, depending on, what house the new moon starts in, and the new moon will be at 11 degrees, 31 minutes, Aries. So whatever house that is in your chart, that's where you're going to need to start taking the initiative. That's where you're going to have to need to start taking the initiative. If it's in your third house, you're going to have to start, communicating, sharing your ideas, showing the originality of your thought process. If it's in your seventh house, it's going to have to be, taking the initiative in your partnerships, whether it's your long-term intimate relationships, or business partnerships, legal partnerships, and things of that nature where you're trusted to advise other people. Taking the initiative in alliances is going to happen, depending on what nations have 11 degrees, 31 minutes in their seventh house. Now, it's also important, that while you're taking the lead and you're jumping off that start line at the sound of the racing gun, that you're not going too hard, because Aries energy has a tendency to dissipate if you do too much. If you're misdirecting your energy on several things, you're going to find yourself out of gas before you even get halfway through your project. Most of the time in the race, when somebody, launches off and is the leader in the race, it's an impressive start, but most people can't maintain that pace and keep the lead. So if you want to be, successful in the things that you're taking the lead in, you have to make sure that, when taking the initiative, you have the gas to finish things out and make a strong ending, just like you made a strong beginning. Because if you're doing things and not trying to complete them, you're not doing the right thing at all. You're wasting your time and you're wasting other people's time and energy. So don't get, overzealous when starting new projects. Make sure you're not biting off more than you can chew, and make sure you have the focus, the energy, and the drive to complete these things. New moon with Aries is also a great time for new projects, especially if you want to get into gardening and things like that. Now, Aries doesn't rule gardening, but Aries is the sign that enters the new year, the astrological year, and symbolize a plant, the planting of new seeds. And the new moon is where the time when you plant seeds, when you get your garden ready, you start, doing the seeds so you can have, your plants 3 or 4 inches tall when it's time for you to put them outside, when it's not going to be frost anymore in the northern areas. So start preparing for your year. Make an effort to, write down a journal of goals and things that you have for the entire year, and plan those things out and keep them where you can see them. Even make a new vision board, revamp your vision board with this new moon, and plot out the direction of your life for the next year. Take advantage of the energy. That's why I give you the transit, so you can utilize the universe's energy to really shape your life and direct it how you want it to go.